I guess it doesn't hurt to mention that we have a candidate for governor in the House, just in case, guys. But the candidate for governor that's walking out the door right now with all the talking people is Adrian Wiley, if you want to go and talk to him about what he's running for. Next speaker is Mark Fisher, and he's going to give you the results of the poll.
All right. We are at the finish line, and I am basically finishing up the formal presentation, and after this we're going to have a Tea Party Network business meeting of sorts. All right, the Sense of the Movement poll that was distributed yesterday, very enlightening. First of all, the response rate was very, very high. We got 49%, 47 out of 95 surveys that were distributed were returned. To me, I found it surprising in certain ways. In some instances, it kind of reinforced what I intuitively would have thought. The percentage of women to men, it's disproportionately women, 60%. The age group, of course, is skewed. Over 97% are 48 years of age or older. Now, of course, you know, this is our attendance at this group, so that part of that is related to that. What was more insightful for me was the level of participation. I would expect that this group would be a high participation rate in their local groups. Well, I'll just go through the questions one by one rather than do it. All right, what's your assessment of the movement on a state level? The strongest response was 65% felt that it had been successful but had failed to achieve as much as they would have liked to have seen, and some 30% had rated it below that, either marginally successful or not very effective or a total failure. In terms of the national level, I was very surprised by this, that it got 57% felt that it had been successful but had failed to achieve as much as they would like to have seen. And 47% felt that it had been marginally successful, and 15% felt that it had been not successful at all. In terms of participation, in terms of the activity level, the question 7 measured in the various local organizations, it appears there to be a lot of slack. Most of the responses were in the medium range of the areas of participation by the local group. So it appears that we're not making full use of the available time that people are willing to commit to it. In terms of the national organization, 24% felt like they were doing a good job, 51% felt like they were doing an okay job, 18% felt that they were counterproductive, 38% provided financial support to one of the national Tea Party groups, 43% felt that the national groups were receptive to ideas and priorities from local groups, and that I found surprising. And the one question that I really was waiting to get the answer to was, do you believe that local groups and individuals will rally behind a state or regional group that provides programming and leadership to the local groups? A stunning 83% said yes, and 13% gave an equivocal answer of yes, but I'd like to know more before I committed, for 96%, which validates for me the view that the perception is we need a centralized source to provide direction and control. Now, while we could not have the type of breakout meetings that I would have liked to have seen, given the intense interest level that we saw in the variety of speakers that we had here, this tells me that we should be reaching out to you in the near future to try and host an event that is single issue only, and that is this issue of forming a state or regional organization to provide that type of direction. So with that in mind, that would be my recommendation to the TPN, that we move forward with that and do so with dispatch. Any questions?